Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta. Finally, let us interpret a Sinhalese oral tradition to which no attention has ever been paid, and which, in our opinion, would militate for Carthaginian presence in antiquity on the Sinhalese shores. This would be a strong confirmation of Hanno's expedition. It is said that Barca was Ndianjan Ndi's brother, and that his mother, Faramata Saw Lam Toro's daughter, was of that Pule race of the Beliage. It is from his name, Barca, that came the word Barca or Barak, designating the king of Wallo, a region of the Senegal River's estuary, which the Carthaginians sailed, according to the very controversial interpretation of some Roman historical documents, to Bambouk near Caarta. There is in this story a constellation of Carthaginian names that may not be a matter of chance, but only well conducted excavations all along the Senegal River up to the Caarta country could one day confirm this hypothesis with the discovery of characteristically Punic objects. In fact, Barca is not of Arabic origin. It is Carthaginian, and it designates the royalty there where the Carthaginians had landed, if they ever came to Senegal. Bilianke is a compound term, which in the Pule or even the Saneke languages breaks down as follows. Bel plus Enke equals the men of Bel, or Baal, Punic god. And we know that Baal is still today a proper name of the Tukalus, the ethnic group that lives in the river region above. Caarta is practically the same term that the Carthaginians used to designate their town, which the Romans called Carthago or Carthage. According to the controversial text of Hanno's long and complicated journey, the Carthaginians supposedly left a colony 60 persons or 30 couples on Cernay Island, which is a strip of land near the Senegal's river estuary. The term Biliake formed in the same manner as Saneke, Malinke, Futanke, etc., necessarily precedes Islam and goes back to the 6th century BCE during the time when the cult of Baal was still in force. The oral tradition almost always conceals part of the truth, but it is very difficult to place it correctly in its chronological context. A story from Tareke es Sudan is attributed today to contemporaries in Senegal. It concerns a religious personage who, having arrived late at Mecca for the pilgrimage, is supposed to have seen the Kaaba gates open by themselves miraculously before him, after he had recited a verse from the Quran and touched the portal. It will be noticed that it is Seligman, the inventor of the Hamitic theory, which we attacked in Nations Negre et Culture, who detects the Egyptian influence all over Black Africa. He even indicates the areas of penetration: the White Nile all the way to the Congo, the Blue Nile, and the coastal regions of North Africa all the way to Senegal, passing through Mauritania. But the idea of Black Egypt was alien to him. It was to escape from this that he invented Hamitism. Note 2: the sentence of the cannibals, or the ascent of King Yunus in order to attain his Ka in heaven. The sky is heavy with clouds, stars are hidden, the celestial vault quakes, the bones of the earth tremble, all movement is stopped because they have seen King Yunus, like a mighty and shining God who lives off of his fathers and feeds upon his mother. King Yunus is well provided for. He has incorporated their force. Whomever he finds in his path, he devours piece by piece. He first bit into the backbone of his victim as he had wanted it. He tore out the heart of the gods. King Yunus feeds upon the livers of the gods that contain wisdom. His high rank will never be removed from him, for he has swallowed the power of each god. It is King Yunus who eats men and lives off the gods, who has messengers and gives orders. They seize men by the tip of the skull for him. Head raised, the serpent guards them for him. He who is enthroned, red with blood, ties them up for him. Kahonsu, who bleeds the lords, cuts their throats for King Yunus and slaughters them for him. The god of the wine presses cuts them for King Yunus and has them cooked on the hearth for his evening meal. It is King Yunus who has incorporated their magical powers and has swallowed their strength. The great ones among them are for his breakfast, the average ones for his dinner, and the least among them for his supper. He fuels his fireplace with old men and women. The stars of the night sky stir the fire, where the thighs of his ancestors cook in the cauldrons. The gods serve King Yunus. Yunus is the last king of the fifth dynasty. This text is the most ancient written document that makes the study of vitalistic practices possible that would lead to the myth of the man-eating sorcerer in today's Black Africa. They are to be compared with the Osirian rites, see page 312, and with the Christian Eucharist. And that concludes chapter 12 of Civilization or Barbarism. I'm your raw Ryan, Highest Heart.